Welcome back to Sailing It's the Truth. Today we're setting sail through the breathtaking waters of British Columbia's Central Coast, where every turn unveils a stunning canvas of rugged beauty. Starting our journey around the famous Cape Caution, we'll navigate through serene coves and pristine fjords, heading north to the picturesque Shearwater. Our destination is the enchanting Bottleneck Cove, a hidden gem with an entrance that shook my nerves with its dramatic rock walls and submerged boulders. Join us as we uncover the natural beauty and the thrill of exploration in these stunning coastal waters. Well, it appears yeah. Wow. It appears we are in cruise ship territory now. There are two giant ones passing us on our port side, going through the islands. They're huge. Like I haven't seen cruise ships this big since when? I don't even know.
For me it was Cancun.
I know, that's what I think.
Mexico. Yeah.
Like these are massive, massive cruise ships. And they're just passing by each other right now. One's going north and one's going south. Holy crap.
Going to see the glaciers.
Yeah, they're going to get cold with us. But yeah,
we're doing it the cheap way.
The much cheaper way. But yeah, we'll be seeing a lot more of these guys as we continue our way north up to Alaska. But those things are huge. Other than the multiple cruise ships we saw as we crossed the Queen Charlotte Strait, we also passed a few tugs carrying a lot of cargo. This is the primary way to move goods up through the inside passage and to ensure the small towns along the way are kept well stocked, as there aren't roads throughout this area. Boating is a primary method of travel up here. It's kind of cool to see the tugs and the barges carrying everything, but I was laughing and I got Rui to come up and check it out because there's all this stuff on top of the barge, and then just sitting right on top is a camping trailer. It's like they just like plopped it on top. The chain is huge. That's why I don't cross between a tug and a barge. That will mess your boat up for sure. Alright, so we're passing Cape Caution, which was kept hearing about, picking up the right weather window to do this. It seems as though we have, because we're just flogging our Genoa along. There's like hardly any wind.
12 knots.
Well, there's 12 knots, but it's behind us, so. Anyway, we're passing Cape Caution, and it's named by Captain Vancouver because his ship called the Discovery ran aground here. So, still wondering how it ran aground here because it seems quite obvious.
Might have been at night and you didn't see the shoal. Who knows?
Yeah. It does say in big seas that this can get quite gnarly coming around, so you want to pick a calmer day with calm seas. But it's funny, I was reading other notes and it says, because there's nothing stopping the swell here since Japan, so we're in the edge of the Pacific. And there is a little bit of swell, it's kind of rocking our boat around. There's not enough wind to keep us steady. But we'll make it around Cape Caution okay, hopefully.
It gets fairly shallow.
It does get shallow, yeah.
Yeah, 25, 30 feet.
Yeah.
Therefore, with the swell, it could be pretty intimidating because it will be
very steep waves.
Yeah. But today we have no issues. We've got like what?
2 feet.
2 feet, 3 feet seas.
And we're rocking. Pushing us around.
We're rocking a little bit, but that's just because of our angle now.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're getting hit back on the rear quarter.
Yeah.
But it's been a pleasant sail. I've been inside in the heat most of the time. Liz is opted to, she wanted to be out here.
It's been a sail because we've been motor sailing.
Motor sailing. There's no wind.
There's no wind.
And you just passed a whole bunch of kelp in the water, and usually with that comes logs.
Yeah.
So we're for logs because we don't want to slam into them, right, Liz?
I may have hit one before. It was like I took my eye off for 2 seconds and we hit a log, but it's okay. We're good. We're still floating, so that's a good thing. But yeah, they pop out of nowhere, those logs. Especially because it's dark outside right now, or it's cloudy. Those things, like, you literally pop out of nowhere. And that they do. This was our introduction to the biggest danger of sailing up in these waters, the logs. And on days like this, they are often hard to spot in the water. So I learned quickly a sharp lookout is super important. Alright, well, I went downstairs earlier to lay down and warm up. Ruby and I have been switching off and on, but I actually took a little nap. And when I woke up, Ruby was navigating through all these rocks, and it was like really close on either side of the boat, and it just drops off like 100 feet in between them. But yeah, exciting times. And then we just passed a big tree, and it still has its leaves on it. Lots of things to navigate through here. Even on this gloomy, rainy day, the beauty that surrounded us was quite mystical. I was excited to drop our hook for the first time on the mainland of British Columbia. So yesterday when we were in Port Hardy, we bought a crab trap and the supplies to try and go crabbing. So now we're here in Goose Bay and we're gonna try and catch some crab.
You got your phone?
You go over there? Okay. Let's go. I'm gonna go forward a little bit.
Yeah.
Naturally, it started raining. It's like showers and then it's sunshine and then it showers. So, whew, it's a cold rain. When the sun finally came back out, we went out to explore a little bit in the anchorage. That's a bit of a bummer. We just came upon this sign when we came up to this little beach, and it says the shellfish area is closed because of paralytic shellfish poison. The shellfish have been affected by it, so they say it's unsafe for human consumption, which is a bit of a bummer. But it's a nice little beach to walk around and get off the boat. This big building is what sits in the anchorage. It is an old cannery that was in operation from 1926 to 1957 and was the last operational cannery at Rivers Inlet. During its run, 350 people once worked and lived at the cannery. Now it is primarily used as a private lodge for fishermen.
Who knows where the crabs are? They ain't here.
Not here. Oh well. No lunch today. No crab lunch today. Oh well. At least we tried. lovely sailing. Doing about 6 knots. And flat seas. Forgot what flat seas were after crossing the Pacific. Sun's out. It's a little chilly from the breeze, but lovely, lovely sailing. We dropped our hook in Faulkner Bay for the night, where the water and wind was calm, and where we enjoyed the sunset with the bigger hills surrounding us. Well, we're upwind sailing again. About 25 knots up this channel, but it's a good line we got, so taking it while we can. Just have the Genoa out and making our way. Just about 18 miles away from our anchorage. What? Are you happy to be sailing and not motoring?
It would be nicer if it wasn't upwind, but well, it is what it is.
We are always upwind sailing, darling. Have you not figured this one out?
Yeah, you like to go upwind sailing.
I don't like to go upwind sailing. It's just...
Yes, you do. You knew you were going to have north winds.
Well, I didn't know they were going to be this strong. I thought we were just be motoring along. But here we are. It works. We're sailing at least. Better than going 3 knots upwind on the motor, so. We're doing 6s in the right direction. Oh, I see. I thought it was like a...
It is a barge with a tug on the other side.
I love nice and warm downstairs. I got the fun part of the sail. I was sailing. And then we turned the corner and came up this channel, and now there's no more sailing, so I went downstairs to get warm. And Rui's out in the rain. He's the nicest.
It's covered.
He's the nicest. Aren't you the nicest?
I try to be.
Well, Rui just called me out, and seems we're coming to civilization. There's some houses around and coming up to a town of Bella Bella. We're actually going to go to Shearwater, which is around the corner. But it's kind of cool. There's a sailboat behind us. And there's not too many sailboats up here that we've seen yet. So nice to see another boat. But what did you say earlier? What did you just say to me?
What I say? You only come out when the sun's out. And then when it starts to rain or it's... No, it's not true.
It's not true at all. I don't only come out when the sun's out. But it is nice now. The rain's done. Anyway, yeah. I'm coming up to the little town. We have the sail out because there was a little bit of a breeze earlier. That breeze has died again. Sun's coming out, blue sky.
It's been 3-4 knots, if
Yeah,
that.
well, yeah, and there's town up ahead. And eagles. I hear eagles.
Well,
or maybe seagulls that sound like eagles.
The eagles will be in there.
Yeah.
Eagles are smart. They hang around town because they know that's where the garbage is. And they also know...
They don't eat the garbage, they eat the fish.
They eat anything, really. But from the last anchorage we were at, not the anchorage, but when we were in the marina,
Oh, yeah.
one of the boats came in and the guy was cleaning his fish, and he actually... big piece of salmon.
Oh, really?
It was big. Like he'd already cut it.
Yeah.
And the eagle he either gave it to the eagle or the eagle grabbed it and then it was flying off, and I had this huge chunk of salmon.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Did it take it out of his hand, or you just toss a piece of it?
I don't know, because I couldn't see where it was, but I seen the eagle in the air with this big chunk of salmon. and then all of a sudden 4 other eagles come on to him, and they're all trying to fight for it.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Shearwater was a cute little village with a small grocery, chandlery, and a restaurant. A good stopping point along your way north through these waters. "10 p.m. sunsets for the win." Shearwater this morning. Just popped over there for a night, yeah, it was a nice little stop just for one night. It's a rest between anchorages, and so now we're heading up further north. Still about 6.5 hours to go, but just passing this absolutely stunning lighthouse. I would love to live there. That would be amazing. Like, it's wow. We're headed into a place called Bottleneck Inlet. It is exactly what it sounds. There's a bottleneck at the beginning, and if you get in at high tide, it's quite good. But wish there was a little bit more breeze out here so we could sail a bit, but we'll see. We'll see what it does. So we are going through this super narrow channel. It's actually called Bottleneck, like I said earlier. We're just hopping in to watch the depths, and it is, yeah, it's quite narrow. At least it got clearer. We want to go to, oh, you're steering, right? You want to go to the port a little bit? 85, 83. Nice. Okay, now you can start turning them. So okay, starboard a bit. Or we go slower, babe. We're still doing 3.5 knots. I don't want to slam into something. 42, 40. Oh, my heart's beating. Okay. After already getting used to the deep depths of water that one anchors in up here, and knowing through this inlet it gets a lot more shallow than the water that surrounds it, plus the fact that large boulders and rock walls were on either side of us, it made me quite nervous transiting through the narrow entrance to Bottleneck Cove. Okay, we're holding steady at 19. Alright. I think we got the tide on our side. Crossing my fingers. Tide still looks low against the rocks. Woo! 19! Wow, look at that! What?
Huh?
We're through. We got through.
That's it?
That's it. That was a narrow, that was deep, that was a shallow spot. So now we're just going straight in the middle of the channel. That's pretty much where it is. Woohoo! As we wrap up our journey through the stunning waters of British Columbia's central coast, we've only just begun to scratch the surface of the wonders that lie ahead. In our next episode, get ready for an exciting wildlife encounter. We'll be on the lookout for a rare glimpse of the elusive sea wolf and share the heartwarming sight of a mother grizzly bear with her playful cubs. Join us as we dive deeper into this vibrant ecosystem and discover the incredible creatures that call these waters home. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss a moment of this adventure. Until next time, cheers!